Hi. I want to give a little disclaimer before this video starts. This video is hard for me to watch just because, I'm being so vulnerable with you guys. And, I don't really know who my audience is yet, other than, my friends. And I love you all. But, my goal here is to reach people that are going through similar things. So just know that, and I know you feel it, but this is hard for me. It's very vulnerable for me, and I am just here to share my experience and hopefully reach others that are going through the same. A little bit of a trigger warning because I talk about eating disorders. If that's triggering for you, maybe skip this one, but and weight loss in general. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Here's the video. Something that my mom has always been really into, which was influenced by her mom and which my grandma and also other people, and just society, I think, but something that she's always been into is fitness and health and dieting. And so from a pretty young age, I was on diets, and because I was overweight as a kid, I say that because whatever, I disagree a lot with what is defined as overweight for people and for children, and especially with the word obese. The guidelines for if you're obese or morbidly obese are absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, because I was overweight, my family always tried to help me be healthier in their own way. And so it was what they thought was helpful they would do, or try to give me advice on and stuff. And so one of those things was dieting. And so I've done everything. I've tried keto, I've tried the paleo diets, I've tried vegetarian, vegan, pretty much any diet trend you can think of. I was on it because my mom was on it, and my sister and my dad, pretty much our whole family. We have tried everything, and my mom to this day still tries any trending fitness routine, diet, whatever you want to call it. So from a very young age, I was put on diets, put into sports. The main goal was always to lose weight. Since I can remember, the goal was to be healthy and lose weight healthy. Yeah, that was always the goal. That was always the thing. It was my body was never good or perfect as it was. I was constantly required and influenced to change my body and to change myself. Diabetes also runs in my family. My paternal grandmother was diabetic. She's passed on right now, so rest in peace. So there was always the fear that I was going to become diabetic as well, and that my sister would, and because it ran in my family, we talked a lot about that. And so whenever there was a shift in change in my weight, or whenever when it got brought up a lot, where my family would be you need to do something about this because you're going to be diabetic. And it was constantly fear mongering, where they were like, you're going to have to take insulin, you're gonna have to inject yourself with insulin, like, and you hate needles and all this stuff. And it was very much like trying to make me afraid of getting to that point. Well, big fucking shocking surprise, I became pre-diabetic. As you can imagine, because this was something that was like the ultimate fear for me from my family, mostly my mom, that I would be diabetic. I had a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. I still do. I still have a lot of guilt and shame around that. I still have a lot of really upset feelings about that. Some that I haven't even fully processed yet. But I have my point in this first video is I have tried so many things. I have tried weight loss medication, which I'll do a whole video on weight loss medication and how that went for me. I'm still on that journey, but I've tried that. I've tried diets. I've tried working out. I've tried so many things, and nothing has worked. As far as losing weight and being healthier, those things have not worked for me. And so recently, I decided to go into a program called Equip. And this program is for eating disorders. And I did not fully accept that I had an eating disorder until about a year ago. And so that is like the main thing that I'm going to be talking about is my eating disorder and my relationships with my body. To be fully clear, I have binge eating disorder and I have emotional eating disorder. And those things kind of go hand in hand. So if your experience has been anything like mine, if you struggle with any of these things, I would love to know who you are and know more about you. These videos aren't sponsored. They will not be sponsored. This is just me putting my story out there. And it is the beginning of this journey. And, you know, I've been pushed by Spirit, by God, to put this out there for quite some time. And I'm hoping that this will help me and it will help you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I love you.